very first thing when you're trying to go ahead and make sales on your Instagram account is you need your profile to be looking right. You need to have your profile look super trustworthy, okay? If there's even any ounce of sketchiness or an ounce of, something that might go wrong or that you might be a scammer or anything like that, anything that puts disbelief and friction between you and your potential customer, that is going to be a big no-no and will result in a very, very steep drop in sales, if not no sales at all. You cannot come off as sketchy. You cannot come off as a scammer. You have to come off as very trustworthy, very authentic, and relatable, okay? So by setting up your profile in this way, and the easiest way to do this is through simple things. So first off, your profile picture, okay? Your default picture on your Instagram should be something nice, close up of your face, makes you look trustworthy, makes you look like somebody who's an actual person who isn't gonna go and like take someone's money and run off with it, okay? So make sure your profile's set up right. People look at your page and they feel like they kind of know you, and you could also help them to know you through your Instagram bio, okay? If you have a very plain and vague bio, people can't really make that connection. People can't really relate to you in a certain way, and that might turn them off from making a sale. So make sure you go ahead and you have that profile set up, you have your bio set up where you're kind of exposing yourself, exposing a little bit about yourself, becoming relatable so people can build a basically online connection with you. Now it is about branding and positioning yourself, okay? A lot of people don't make sales because they're trying to promote products they haven't branded themselves for, okay? And it's like me trying to go ahead and launch some informational product on, how to grow a Twitter account when I've made no videos or given no value or shown none of my knowledge about Twitter. It wouldn't make sense. The product would just flop. And it's the same thing for a lot of people on Instagram. A lot of you guys are selling products that don't match your audience and that don't match what you've built your brand around. Okay, if you've built your entire brand around fashion and now you're trying to sell some fitness supplement because it's gonna make you a quick buck and it has a super easy affiliate program or something like that, it's never gonna work. Okay, you need to sell something that's within your niche, something that solves your industry's problem, okay? On top of that, it's all in the way that you brand and position yourself, okay? You have to position yourself as the leader within your niche or as the leader of whatever you're trying to promote, okay? It's all about how you position yourself, okay? That's really what it comes down to. People need to perceive you as the person to go to for the problem they have. And when you have a product for the problem they have and they view you as that person to go to, they view you as that leader, that is where your branding, that is where your positioning comes down. And when people start thinking of a topic, they'll start thinking of your name. When you do that correctly, people won't think twice about going through you to get a certain product that they need. You also must tell your story effectively through posts. When you're just posting up a picture and you're going ahead and you're just putting, some quick little caption just because you have to, that's really not going to be good, okay? You have to get super personal on the post, whether it's reposting a piece of viral content or reposting your own content. You kind of have to go through, that whole process of when that content was created, what kind of happened there, tell the story behind it and get personal with your followers, what happened in your life that day. This all just builds up relatability, builds up the connection you have between your followers, and makes them more likely to buy from you because they feel like they know you, okay? People really buy much more when they feel like they know you and they feel like, they can actually get a hold of you than if you're just, some plain business with some, just white-faced entity and nobody really sees you. You're just kind of like another corporation. The worst thing you could do is set your Instagram account up as if you're a big business corporation because people aren't relating to that anymore. That doesn't work anymore, okay? The personal relationships that you can build are what is going to work, and every single time you have a chance to go ahead and tell that story through your post, for example, you should take full advantage of doing so and take full advantage of building up that connection. And then by the end, when someone has read that entire post and gone through it, they are much more warmer to you, which makes them a warm lead and more likely to buy. Now, one of the best things you can do is if you want people to hit your profile and immediately go ahead and check out your product, a lot of people think, oh, I'll just throw up this link in the bio here and people will just definitely check it out if I put that pointing down emoji. Sure, that gets clicks, but it's more effort than that, okay? Again, whatever everybody's doing never works, okay? What everybody does never works. It's always mediocre, so you need to go above and beyond. And one thing that you can do to go above and beyond is to have your pinned stories basically be set up as a sales video that are telling a story, right? So you have your pinned stories, and the first one should definitely be not selling anything and completely about your life and building up personal connections. That is what the first thing should be. There could be about 10 to 20 posts in there. The next one could be, about the product that you're using, right? This will be the product you're selling, but have yourself using it. Have yourself using it and what it does for you and all this stuff. Then the next pinned story can be results that have gotten from it, whether that's, people you've sold the product to or anything like that, just results from the product. And then the last one should be a lot of calls to actions to the product. And that is an easy way to go ahead and get someone from hitting your profile and selling them and getting them as a customer on the first day, because you've taken them through on your stories this whole sales process. They've gotten to know you, they've seen the product you used, they've seen the results that the other people have gotten with it, and now they have the opportunity to go ahead and get that product, and you're just probably gonna make a lot more sales. See how much more effective that is than going ahead and just dropping a link in your bio? Dropping a link in your bio is completely shit compared to having a sales video shown through Instagram pinned stories. Another really easy way to go ahead and make more sales or have more people go through you instead of a competitor is to simply see a problem that your customers have and provide a solution to that nobody else does. In simple words, provide something that nobody else is doing that actually helps your customer even more. Now, another easy way to go ahead and get more customers is to simply give something away for free. I know, weird, right? You have to give stuff away to actually obtain a customer. It's interesting how much this stuff works, so always give away something for free, because when you give away something for free, you have the chance to show off your knowledge, you have the chance to show off your expertise, and people will see like, hey, this guy really knows his shit. I'm gonna buy whatever it is that he's selling, or I'm gonna buy this because he's promoting it. However that goes. For example, I create these videos for free. These YouTube videos are all for free. Now, what I could do is I could take all these YouTube videos and go ahead and drip drip feed it into a mastermind, charge 99 bucks per month for it, and upload one video every single week. I could do that, but instead I upload it here for free. So always give away something for free. And hey, if you want to do that, if you want to do, instead of posting videos like this for free on IGTV or whatever it is that you're doing, you could do the mastermind. That's fine. But always go ahead and give something away for free, even if it's just an ebook, because you have to give yourself the chance and give people the chance to see that you know your stuff, so then they'll go in and they'll buy your actual paid stuff. If you follow those tips, you'll be making a ton more sales on Instagram and building way stronger connections with your followers, okay? So make sure you go ahead and implement all this stuff.
Talking about e-commerce and how you guys can sell one product a day with e-commerce and Instagram. Instagram is the best platform out there to gain traffic to any store. If you got any business, you need Instagram because it's the best source of traffic out there. It's so easy to reach millions and millions of people, and because of that, combining Instagram with e-commerce, if you got a store, it's a really, really smart combination. That's what we're going to be diving into in this video, and we're going to be just focusing on getting one sale a day because a lot of you guys are starting out, you don't have that much experience, you maybe have never made a single sale on Instagram before, and so one sale a day, just focusing on one sale a day, whether that's on a $5 product or a $50 product, doesn't matter, but that makes it easier for you guys to actually comprehend, and it seems more realistic, it seems more. Now, step number one to making a sale a day on e-commerce with Instagram is to find a product that sells. Now, when it comes to e-commerce, we want profit. And we need that scalability. We need a solid amount of profit margin between the price that we pay for the product and the price that we're selling it for. So if a product costs $5, we're not going to be selling that product for $8 because the profit margin is so minimal that it's not feasible for scaling. So because of that, we want to find products that we can mark up the price 3 times, at least 3 times. So when you're finding a product, you want to ensure that this product is actually currently selling on the market for 3 times that price. If that is the case, that's a good product and that's a good place to start. So let's have a look at this watch on AliExpress, for example. This watch is costing just $4 on AliExpress. Could we possibly get away with selling this watch for $12? Heck yeah. I mean, people are spending $10,000, $20,000 on watches. We can definitely get away with selling a watch like this on Instagram. So $12, a lot of people are likely to buy a watch for $12. So this product would, in that case of scenario, work. Step number 2 is using something I like to call the blending effect. Now, this is a really smart way to go about promoting a product on your Instagram account because of the way it blends into your content. Because when you're promoting something on Instagram, you don't want to put out a promotion there and just make it look really ugly, super spammy, super promotional. People don't really like to be sold. And so taking a more low-key approach is going to work much better 10 out of 10 times. And so what I mean by this is when you're posting the product, you might be, for example, wanting to wear the product. If you're going to be selling a watch, wear the actual watch, put it on yourself, take a picture with yourself, maybe you're posing, maybe you're fixing your sleeve or something, and you got the watch in the picture, and then you got the product in the picture, and you're able to promote it in the caption down below. So an example of this, which I used to do back in the day actually, is the picture that pops up on screen right here. As you can see, this picture is just a good amount of books. And the reason this picture works well is because it's books, people relate to these books, and then I've got my own book, which I'm actually selling in the middle. As you can see right here, this was an old ebook I sold for like $20 back in the day. And so what I did is on my entrepreneur page on Instagram, which was all about motivation, all about self-help, self-development, growing business, etc. Books are something everyone relates to. And when I've got these books in the background that relate to people, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, people recognize these books and they engage with them. They get drawn in, oh shit, I've read that book. And then my book is in the middle there, but people don't really see that as a promotion, they just see another book. But then in the caption, I go ham and I promote that product. And that leads us on to step number 3. Step number 3 is the caption. Now, when it comes to the caption, you want to get people to read it, because if they don't read it, they're not going to know about your product. So how do you get them to read the actual caption? Well, the first thing you want to do is you just want to use a normal call to action, a normal thing that actually makes them start engaging with the post. And so you might want to do storytelling, you might want to have them interact with something in the picture, like for example, have you read this specific book? But what works well and what I found to do really well is just storytell. And so what you do then is you go something like this. When I started reading books, this and this happened in my life, I changed in this way, blah, 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 blah. Books are so powerful. For example, if it was related to this book picture that I showed you guys. Now after that, you want to start talking about the actual product. So the book in the middle, guys, that you're seeing right here, it's a book that I wrote myself. It's teaching X, Y, and C, and then you just want to list out all the different things that you're teaching, and you want to do it in these bullet points with like a green check mark in front of it to make it look engaging and captivating. And you just want to list out everything, all the awesome value that you have inside this book, or all the awesome features of this watch, or whatever selling point you want to be using. Underneath that, again, you want to go with something that kind of really makes them want to get the product now. For example, we're doing a 30% discount now up until December the 24th or whatever the date is, and you guys have 3 days to get in on this discount. Make sure you click the link in bio, bio and get the product. And that is pretty much it. So you got the start, the caption, lure them in, then you got the bullet points where you're listing out all the awesome things of the product that you're selling, all the features, just the selling point that you want to sell them on. Then underneath that again, you put in the urgency, so you make them want to take action now, don't wait because the price is going to go up. And then under there again, you put you plug the link in bio. And there you go. This should be all you need to do to actually start making sales, because if you got a targeted audience, if you got an active engaged audience, they will buy. Like, they will buy. If they don't buy, it's not the problem with the post, it's not a problem with the caption. It might be, you might want to tweak some things. This is all about testing and experimenting, but it's your audience. Like, you got to make sure that you've actually got an engaged targeted audience that trust you, that like you, that engage with your content, and that don't follow you because you follow them, or all these other reasons. Maybe you did a giveaway and they're only following you because they might want a free iPad. Like, you want actually real engaged targeted followers.
Instagram is a social network that businesses with all customer types need to pay attention to, even if you're a service-based business. I say there's absolutely a way to sell your services on Instagram. So whether your business is being an amazing cake decorator like Sabrina, or a triathlete coach like Jen, or someone who cares for pets, or maybe you're an amazing photographer like Manny, you can absolutely have success with creating your unique visual strategy on Instagram. The goal of your post should be based on what your clients or customers are interested in seeing, just like the National Park Service does here, not what you're interested in posting. I'm going to share with you 3 different tips that you can use to bring your service-based business to life. And I'm going to use my account, The Instagram Expert, as an example. Go ahead and offer up tips, not just any kind of tips, but exclusive tips that you share only here on Instagram. So these are ones that you cannot find on the internet. So I have made it my intention to share a tip every 7th post here on this account. And I've even created a hashtag every 7th post, so that if you wanted to click in and see all these exclusive tips, it's an easy way for you to go do that. So think about your business. Can you create a strategy around an exclusive tip and share that on Instagram? The most important thing that you need to keep in mind is that every single post that you make has to make a point that will ultimately bring someone to your business. The second tip is to leverage your location. And there's 3 ways that you can strategically do this for your business. MannyPhotos_ does a great job at this. The first way is to use a geotag in your post. So no matter where you are, whether you're on site at your business or you're traveling to different locations, use the geotag, because you can potentially show up in the top 9 of that geolocation. And if you do, someone can stumble upon you and click in and start following you and maybe even hire you. You could attract a new customer. Now, the second way to leverage your location, and this might sound pretty simple, put the location in your bio. You can see that Manny is based in New York City, so clearly if you live in Dubai, you're not going to be hiring Manny. But Manny could be attracting people in and around New York to do business with. So if you have a physical service, like a dentist or a nail salon or hairdresser or gym, then you want to make sure that people know where you're located, which actually leads me to the third point, which is to use location-based hashtags. So if you are in New York City, like Manny, use the hashtag New York City. You can also be using location-based hashtags around New York cities, maybe in the different boroughs, the different states that surround New York, but using your location-based hashtags is the third way to leverage your location. My third tip, if you are a service-based business, and I cannot stress this enough, make sure that you have a business profile so that you can not only look at your analytics, but you can also add a contact button like Massage Envy has here. This means that you can add your email and your phone number. And here's a pro tip. If you run your service-based business from your house and you don't want it to be your cell phone, just create a Google number and then create a special ringtone for it. Now let's look at different case studies of service-based businesses doing it right on Instagram. The first one is WeWork. WeWork provides shared office spaces in cities and countries all over the globe. When you look at their Instagram account, it's not all about sharing photos of their workspaces. They use Instagram to capture and share moments. Some of them are with very large branded events that members look forward to, and they use hashtags like hashtag creator awards to label the events and encourage their customers to share their own photos of the spaces. So they have a real strong sense of a global community. Remember I talked about the power of hashtags and using them if you're a service-based business? WeWork does a great job with this. Obviously, they have locations all over the world, but when you click into a post, not only are you seeing the location geotag being used, but the location with the hashtag Creator Awards. It's used there in that photo and again in a different location, Andrew Mellon Auditorium, but again with the hashtag, curating content around a common hashtag for a service-based business. WeWork also is a business account. The contact button is right there, and when you tap it, you can email them or call them. WeWork also shares exclusive tips, often collaborating with other big brands. So the photo itself represents the work environment, but when you read the description, they give you a little fact that takes you to an article from Forbes, which is a great way to collaborate with other businesses and brands that align with yours. The second case study is The Coop Marketing. This is a social media management company. It's an agency, and they focus on web design, photography, and branding. And if you look at their bio, they say that it is for chicks by chicks. When you click the link in their bio, it takes you to a mobile-friendly site where you can easily contact the chicks, understand what they do, and get their backstory. They're playing off the feminine side of who they're trying to attract. Even when Instagram has an update, they do it in a very classy way that still works within their pastel feed. There's a theme going on here, and it's a good one. They celebrate, they showcase their customers and clients. They humanize themselves and the brand. I love that Colby's in there a lot. Often you'll see her kids, and it works because she's calling them little chicks. So look at the description. So it's not just the whole look of her feed, it's the words that she's using in the description that is attracting chicks, women, to do business with her. Colby is not using the geotag location because she's working out of her house. So I caution all of you solopreneurs to not use that, which is smart. She is using relevant hashtags like mompreneur and creative business that is attracting her clients. Another thing that Colby does as a service-based business is she gives shout outs to other businesses and features them on her feed. And notice that the post aligns with her business. The colors are the same, and she's mentioning the username in a very classy way. So if you're a social media manager or you're a social media agency, take note from Colby, staying true to her branding and all the little nuances of farm life. The key to having a successful service-based business on Instagram is understanding the audience that you're selling to and selling them a consistent message every single time that you post, and making sure that every post has a purpose to drive traffic to your business.
Now, before you begin trying to convert your followers into leads and try to push them off the Instagram platform, there are some key things that you need to have in place before you go ahead and do this. You should at least have a couple of thousand followers. If you start to try to convert your leads, your followers into leads before, like if you only have 1,000 followers, you're kind of going to look like a sellout. So I wouldn't really recommend doing that. So have at least a couple thousand followers. I recommend 5,000 followers minimum before you start trying to push your product. But if you have less followers but very high engagement, this could work out as well. Now, the key I found with promoting products or promoting anything on Instagram is to be inconsistent. And what I mean by that is to not always push your products, but do it in different rounds, which means that you shouldn't always have a link in your profile bio. If you have a link in your bio all the time, it's the same link all the time, it's not going to excite people. People aren't going to think it's anything special. But if you only have your link in the bio 2 weeks of the month, it's going to look more exclusive. Besides, as I said, you shouldn't be promoting your link 24/7, so it doesn't really make sense to have it in your bio 24/7. So making your offer seem exclusive is going to be the key, and it's going to allow you to convert more people into leads once you actually start to push your link in bio, or for example with the swipe up feature on the stories. Next, when it comes to promoting your link, it's different approaches that you can take. It's different approaches that you can take in regards to what type of page you have on Instagram. So for viral pages, for example, it works very well to have the same caption on every single image and promote the link that way, because you're going to be diving into a bigger pool of audience when reaching the explore page. So you're going to be able to get traffic from both your actual followers, but also people that you end up reaching on the explore page by having the same captions over and over and over again. If you look at the page on the screen, you can see that this guy is promoting
promoting his link in the bio of every single post that he makes. Most of his content tends to go crazy viral, so he has the option here to collect leads from both his current followers, but also people he reached on the Explore page. If you don't have a niche page though, there are more effective ways of actually doing this. You can from time to time mention the link in bio in your captions, but the most effective way that I found is to do it with the stories. The strategy I found to work the best for stories is to make a video like this. You guys, I've created a free ebook that will help you take your agency from $100 a day all the way up to $1,000 a day. It's a step-by-step guide, going to cover every aspect of the business. I'm going to be covering what products to sell, how to sell them, all that stuff, so swipe up. In this video, you can see that I'm explaining the benefits of the product and why they should be paying attention to the promotion and to the actual product. Then next after that, I post a picture like this. In this picture, you can see that I'm kind of going over the same things again. I'm kind of going over what I said in the video and also kind of concluding with telling them to swipe up and check out the offer or the product or whatever I am promoting. Then lastly, I like to make a third story explaining further about the benefits of the product, sort of like this. The book just launched. It's not going to be out free forever, so make sure you get it now. We already have over 10 success students achieving success with the knowledge inside of it. It's step by step. You'll get my sales script in getting clients. I'm going to be showing you how to provide results to your clients, so swipe up and get. Now, this strategy can be used on any Instagram page, whether it's a personal page, a business page, or a niche page. Now, I have some additional strategies that works nuts for converting your followers into leads. It's one of the best strategies that I've personally found, and it works specifically well for certain offers. I'm going to get into that now just in a second, so make sure you continue watching the video. Also, if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure you smash that like button. The strategy works pretty much like this. You create an image with yourself holding the product or wearing the product or using the product in that image. For example, if you have a travel page and are selling travel backpacks, buy the backpack you're selling, put it on yourself, or have it in the image somewhere, for example, like this. You can see I actually intentionally placed this backpack in this image. Now, it looks pretty cool. It doesn't make the image look any worse for that matter, and it's just like a cool addition. It just adds some more to the image, and it's not looking like a promotion. Then what you can do next is actually mention this backpack in the actual caption of the image. This works extremely well, and if you do this with any product, you just bring the product that you're actually promoting into the image. You hold the product. If it's a camera, you just hold the camera in your hand, for example. It kind of looks like you're just out creating content, and you create the image, and it's going to look like a normal image, but you have that opportunity of promoting what's in the image. The engagement is going to be the same. It doesn't look like a promotion, but you have that option of actually promoting, doing a promotion with this type of image. Now, you can do this with free offers as well, and I 10 out of 10 recommend you guys to create a free offer to push your leads to push your followers on Instagram too, because you're going to generate much more leads if you do have a free offer, and you're going to make more money. I'll explain why in some of the later videos of this series, but just keep that in mind. Free offers are key when it comes to monetizing on Instagram. If you have a free ebook, for example, which anyone can create in any niche, or a cheat list or whatever, there's a very solid strategy that you can use to promote this book. What you do is you take the book cover, you put it in some Word document, you print out the actual cover of the book, like the actual cover, so it's like a flat piece of paper. What you do next is you take this piece of paper, you paste it onto any book that you have in your house that kind of matches the size, so you have to work on the dimensions and make sure these are right, and then you put that onto that book, and it actually looks like you have your own book with that cover that you have created. The images on the screen right now will show you how I did this myself. I did this with one of the free books I had when promoting my growth services in regards to Instagram. It was a free ebook teaching people how to go from 0 to 10,000 followers on Instagram. If you're one of my older subscribers on YouTube, you probably remember me promoting this book, but I created these images to promote my book on Facebook and Instagram, and it worked extremely well. Like on Facebook, the post literally blew up. I think it got 300 likes, which is absolutely nuts, and 500 comments of people wanting the book, and it looks really cool. The book grabs tons of attention. So what you pretty much do next is you take images of yourself with this book. If you, for example, have a personal brand and what you post on your Instagram account is pictures of you, you just grab the book, you hold it in the image, you take an image of yourself, maybe you pretend like reading, whatever it is, you just grab that book and have it in your image. For example, you might place it in the background, whatever it is, you just take a normal image and have that book in your image. It's going to look like a normal image, the engagement is going to be pretty much the same, but you'll still, again, have that opportunity of promoting this book in the picture due to the fact that you actually placed it in the picture. You can also do the same in regards to stories. You can take a picture of yourself with a book and post it on your story, whatever fits your niche. So the caption would be pretty much something like this, blah, blah, blah. You write something about the image, and then you'd be like, oh, by the way, make sure you check out my free book in becoming a master of meditation, for example, or a master in business, or learn how to scale your agency to $100 a day or $1,000 per week, something like that. Click the link in bio and get the book for free. And people are going to think that they're going to get the book for free, and they are going to get the book for free, but they're going to get the PDF version, so you don't have to do anything with shipping. You don't actually like send them the book and print the book, because it's not really a legit book. It's just a PDF version, and that's the only version you have too. But it grabs much more attention, and it works very effectively for promoting your book and your offer. Now I have an additional tip for those of you guys who are in the motivational quotes / entrepreneurial / mindset / laptop lifestyle kind of theme or niche. If you are in that niche on Instagram, I have an additional tip for you right now, which works amazing in regards to promoting this book. So what you pretty much do is you create an image like this. As you can see, you take your laptop, you kind of place it in the corner, then you take, for example, a cup of coffee or a plant or your watch or your phone, you place that somewhere in the image, make it look kind of cool, make it look like someone is working on that desk space, and then you also add some business books that you might have in your house, for example, the 4-Hour Work Week or How to Win Friends and Influence People, books that are very, very famous that people will recognize. Place these books in the image as well, maybe 3 books, and so that you can kind of see the covers, kind of like I did here. I had to Photoshop because I couldn't find like an image to kind of give you a good example. But then you also finally place your own book in this image, and that's going to give people, like, people are going to resonate with the business books, and you're also going to have the opportunity to promote your book in this image as well. Very, very effective way. And for motivational quotes pages in specific, all the content you post on a motivational quotes page is text content. So this picture also has text in it, so it's going to blend very well in together with your content. So it's not going to look like a promotion. The engagement is also going to be fairly high, and yeah, it just works extremely well for this type of niche in specific. Now I have another image as well, an image I created myself. You'll see it on the screen right here. This image, you can see that I've placed tons of business books in the background, and then I've just laid my own book on top, and it looks really, really cool. It's kind of unique. My book kind of sparks out Garab's attention, but also the other books in the background resonates with people. People will drop comments being like, oh, I've read this book, oh, I've read How to Win Friends and Influence People, oh, I love that book, Influence, it's so amazing, blah, blah, blah. And you can even write in the captions, what is your favorite book of all these? And people will comment, it will boost the engagement. You're gonna have a post that potentially can go viral when it's a promotional post, which is unheard of. Like, no promotional post goes viral, but with this type, like in this example, it's possible. So there's crazy opportunities and options with these kinds of images, and especially if you're lucky enough to have a big motivational quotes page or a page in this niche, these types of images works extremely well. Now I know I'm not the only one with amazing tips in regards to driving traffic off of Instagram to your product. So if you have any tips that you want to add, make sure you drop them down below in the comment section so people can get additional ideas on how to do this, and even I myself can learn something when promoting products on Instagram. So your followers have clicked the link in bio. What happens next? Let me tell you some of the most crucial mistakes people make when trying to monetize their Instagram account. When people click the link in bio, they just get taken to their normal standard website. Wrong. This is not what you should be doing. Instead, you should rather create a landing page completely optimized for your Instagram account, completely optimized for the traffic that you get from Instagram. Now, if you guys don't know what a landing page is, it's a page where they're supposed to take one single action, whether that's buy your product or sign up to your email list or sign up for a free coaching call, whatever it is, it's one single action that they're supposed to make on that site. Let's take this page, for example, a motivational page. This page in specific have their own product that they want to sell. The product they have is a 10-day transformational video course teaching people how to start an online business from scratch. The best way for this Instagram account then to sell this product is not to just send traffic directly to the landing page of this specific product. It could work, but there's better ways of increasing the conversions, increasing the sales when selling a product like this. What you want to do instead is you want to create a free gift, a product that you can give away for free to your followers in exchange of them giving you their email. The reason we want to get their email is because we then have access to that person forever. We can market to that person forever. We can sell products to that person forever. We have that person's email, and yeah, he just can't get away. It sounds a bit stupid, but that's what you want. You want to collect their email because it allows you to market to them over and over and over again, unless they unsubscribe though, of course. Now, if that person does end up buying something from us, it's highly likely that they will purchase another product that we promote to them in the future. So you want to collect the information from your followers so that you can get them onto your email list. Now, I mentioned something about creating a free product. Now, this free product could be an ebook, it can be a checklist, it can be whatever. For this niche, for example, for this motivational page, it can be something like 10 tips to increase your daily motivation. You then create a landing page with a picture, for example, of the ebook or some bullet points informing people about what the benefits are in the book. You create a compelling text, a title, and then you have the sign-in box, the opt-in box when people put in their email, and that's pretty much it. On the screen, you'll see one of my landing pages for promoting my 5-day free Instagram crash course. I'm making it very simple. You can see that I only have text here, and I have a button for them to sign up. There's no pictures, there's no nothing really. It's just very, very simple. I actually copied this design from Alex Becker because he knows, or he's been using this over and over for a lot of his SEO businesses. It works really well, so I just copied his, and it has been performing really, really well for me as well. But again, there's also different ways of doing this. On the screen, you'll also see a couple of different examples of landing pages. Now, you can just pause the video if you want that and look at them more in detail, but this is just pretty much to give you guys a couple of examples as to how how you can create different landing pages. It's all about figuring out
out what works for your niche and what converts the best in your niche. So I recommend you guys also to research your niche, look at landing pages that people have created in your niche from before, and module these ones. Now, to create a landing page, I recommend using either ClickFunnels or Online Sales Pro. Both of these are excellent funnel builders, excellent tools for building landing pages, and they also allow you to add a autoresponder into it as well. So by this point, I hope you guys understand how it works with landing pages and why you want to be creating them. Now, before we continue on, I want to just mention a couple of tools and everything that we need in order to set this up. First of all, I would highly recommend you guys to pick up the book by russellbrunson.com Secret. It's one of the best books that I've personally read in regards to setting up systems for your business. It teaches you everything you need to know about landing pages, sales pages, email marketing, sequences, autoresponders, webinars, everything you really need to know and need to have in place for your business to thrive online. It has that inside that book, so it's a very, very strong recommendation on my side. You will find the link down below. On that same note though, I also recommend picking up the book Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson as well. Same kind of book, really, really powerful, got packed with information, so I highly recommend you guys pick that up as well. Knowing that, how should we set it up? Well, we've got to keep in mind our end goal, and our end goal is to sell our course, our 10-day transformational video course, as this motivational page wanted to sell. That's what we want to sell to our audience. That's the end goal of this entire process. Now, how can we actually sell this product? Well, we first have the freebie, the free gift that we're going to give away. Then how are we going to be selling the 10-day transformational video course? Well, there's multiple different ways of doing this. Most of that happens in the email marketing stuff. With just the funnel itself, we can have an upsell page that people get redirected to after they opt in for the free 10-day thing. When people sign up to your free offer, it shows that they're interested in what you offer. They are interested in your products. If it's paid, if it's free, it doesn't really matter. So take this opportunity then and try to sell them your end goal product on the thank you page, being the upsell page of the actual freebie. The image here is actually a pretty good example. You grab their attention and you tell them about how this product can change their life. Now, when selling an actual course or a product that probably is anything from $100 plus, I recommend creating a video sales letter, a video where you pretty much sell them on the course or the product that you're trying to sell. Now, you might be thinking, bruh, I can't be making a sales video. I rarely speak. I just use my Instagram. I just post pictures. I'm not a sales guy. Like, what the hell? Now, it's not that complicated as you might think. You don't have to sit on camera like I'm doing right now in front of the camera. That's not everybody's thing. That everybody wants to do that. What you can do instead is use programs like, for example, VideoScribe or what's it called, Doodly. These are two animational programs where you can pretty much scribe animations and overlay that with your voice. So, for example, right now I'm talking and I could have, for example, somebody drawing animations over my voice as the video. Now, if making a sales video is your biggest obstacle for success with your product, come on, dude. Like, if that really is the problem, then you really don't have anything in this industry to do. So if you really want to sell that product, just create a sales video, guys. It's not the biggest challenge. If it really is, though, you probably should not be in this industry. Now, just quickly, since I know somebody is going to comment on it, like, oh, you can get somebody else to do it, you know, blah, 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 blah. Yes, you can go to Fiverr and get the video created. However, it's not going to be that professional, most likely. So doing it yourself usually is the best way to go about it, but for sure, go to Fiverr and get somebody else to do it for you if you're that kind of guy. Now, after that, after people have landed on your upsell page, what happens next? Well, most professional funnels have as much as three to five upsells on their funnels, because when people purchase once, it's a very high chance of them purchasing something else. Besides, their cart information has already now been added, so all they have to do to make an additional purchase is to do one click. Now, if they don't end up buying your product on the upsell page, you have their email, and you're going to be continue on promoting their product to their email. Hopefully now, though, you have a better understanding of how you want to be promoting your products. I recommend you guys to keep looking into funnels. I'm not a funnel expert myself, I just know how to use it, but I recommend you guys diving deeper into this. There's tons of tutorials on YouTube teaching you guys how to create a successful funnel, how to, for example, use ClickFunnels and create a funnel from scratch. I recommend you guys to look into that. Anyways, all links will be found down below.
How can you collect more leads and more sales using Instagram alone? We have been able to actually do this strategies for ourselves and blow up and build tens of thousands of leads from Instagram alone. And we have been able to do it in a very fast period. In fact, for just a webinar alone, we actually got 2,500 registrants in just about 24 to 48 hours, and over 1,000 people showed up. And from there, we made over $20,000. Damn! And that was a complete failure, by the way. But think about it, a failure that made you $20,000 in 24 to 48 hour period. That's a pretty good failure. So let's just jump into my computer right now and show you step by step how you can start collecting leads and building your own email list to make a ton of sales using Instagram as the main source.
Okay, now we are here in my computer, but before we start, I want to obviously prove to you that we have been able to collect tens of thousands of leads very, very easy. So this is our active campaign account. As you can see right here, we have over 25,000 contacts, and actually we just had to upgrade to over 50,000 contacts in this account alone. This is another account that we have right here, over 12,000 people, and in our own ClickFunnels account, we have been able to collect tens of thousands of people. My tech team actually told me that we have about 50 to 70,000 people and emails that we have been able to collect, all through organic Instagram traffic, which is absolutely crazy because we haven't been able to run, or we haven't run paid traffic just yet to the scale that I want to, or to the scale that most people or gurus think, whatever. But the point is I'm trying to make is that you can start collecting a lot of leads and making a lot of sales from your own Instagram if you do this thing right. And I also want to know here for you watching, would you like me to do a video talking about how email marketing works, how to set up the automation campaigns here, an active campaign? But let's just jump and start doing this thing right now. So as you can see, tens of thousands of emails. And what we do, we basically send people to a simple landing page. In this case, for example, something like this. Where we just put a landing page where people put their name and email, and this is simple. It looks pretty simple, right? This is not complicated at all. It's as simple as this, and obviously it needs to be mobile optimized. It needs to look good. This page right here is converting extremely well. This is the page right here. We're just gonna go to stats, and I'm gonna show you how to simply convert. This page is converting at 80%, right? But or one of the pages that we have, right? But let's just go back a few years, right? Let's just go back to 2017 because this page has actually been running for quite a while, which is super awesome to be able to see a lot of data that's consistent throughout time, right? So in this case, as you can see right here, over 58% on this page alone, and we have multiple funnels and multiple pages on our ClickFunnels account, but this page alone is converting at 58.34%. And basically what we do is we simply collect the emails. What we do is do this. I'm going to break it down for you. We take Instagram, right? And we send traffic from Instagram to a simple landing page. I'm going to put LP, right? LP, this landing page right here. Super simple, nothing complicated at all. And then from here, we then hook it up, connect it to our active campaign account, which is this one, right? In our active campaign account, I'm going to put AC. Has the email sequence where we don't have to touch absolutely anything and everything is taken care of. Like literally it works on autopilot. That's the beauty about it. And basically it just sends emails for us doing sales, collecting more data, giving more value, etc., etc., etc. If you are in our email list right now, comment down below email list. So I know that you are in our email list, and you know that we are all about providing a ton of value in our email list, and all that stuff is completely automated. Like basically you can set up emails for days, and basically all you have to do is then focus right here on the front end where Instagram is and just push traffic as much as possible and as much as you can. And let me just break down the numbers for you, right? On average, every single email that we collect is about $1. Like that's the industry average. That means that with 25,000 people, right, you should be making about $25,000, okay? 25,000 emails is equal at the very minimum $25,000 every single month. Okay, so that means that if you have this sequence set up correctly and you're collecting a lot of leads, you're making a lot more money as a result, right? And to break down the numbers for you, for example, the landing page is converting about, let's just call it 50%. That means one of every two people that go to the page converts to a lead or goes to our funnel. So that means, let's say for example, if we send 100 leads or 100 people from Instagram, that means 50 people are going to go and be our leads and sales, and 50 people are going to go through this sequence that we have right here. We're about, let's just call it 10% of these, is actually higher, but let's just call it 10% of those will convert to sales for our higher ticket stuff. So that means 5 sales, let's just say $1,000 each. That means $5,000. That means that I can pay $5,000 to collect 100 leads, which is a lot of money, to be honest. You could just collect 100 leads. And the reason why I'm showing you this system and process is so that you understand how powerful this thing is if you do it right. Okay, so again, I'm just showing you what's possible, and then I'm going to break it down right now for you how you can start doing it. And I'm going to show you how you can start using Instagram to collect a lot more leads. I was just breaking down for you what a lead is, how to set it up, all that stuff. Now let's just dive in and break down step by step how you can start collecting more leads from Instagram. Now the first thing is, obviously we know the link in the bio is probably one of the most important assets and places that you can put a link on, right? But what happens if you don't have a big following, right? You want to collect a lot more leads. You want to do this, but you don't know how to, and you want to do this today, right? The easiest thing that you can do, let's say for example, you are in the internet marketing space and you want to start building your own Instagram marketing agency, right? Like we've showed in the past, and I believe that's one of the easiest things that you can do. And you can start doing this, by the way, this entire system, what I'm showing you right now, you can start doing it for clients too, and charge them thousands of dollars every single month. We charge 5, 10, 25,000 every single month, $25,000 per client every single month just to do this for them. Okay, now let's just assume you are in the internet marketing space, you want to get more leads for your agency, right? You can simply go to, for example, pages like one of my friends right here, one of our students, Facts to Success. He actually grew this page in about 5 months or so, which is super crazy awesome, starting from complete scratch, and now he's making several thousands of dollars every single month, and we have partnered up on clients. Anyways, the point is, like, you can go to pages like this, right, and ask them, hey, how much would you charge for a promotion or a shout out or whatever it is, right? And you just put this simple link in the bio to basically push traffic back to your landing page, right? So if I wanted to get more leads, right, to this little landing page that I have right here, I will go to this, pay him $100 or whatever. We agreed that 100 leads is worth $5,000, right? We just agreed on that. So that means I can pay, let's say, for example, $100 to basically promote this stuff. And the beauty about this is that you will be surprised how many leads you can collect on a very short amount of time. So for example, I can pay him $1,000 and say, hey, I want you to promote my stuff every single day for 3 days, 3 times every single day for a week or whatever, right? Obviously, you're spending a lot more money than all your competitors. So every single person that you're paying is going to give you preference above everybody else because you have more money to spend, because you know that every single lead for you is worth more. So for example, you can go to this page. There's a ton more. You can go, for example, to this one right here. You just need to click this little arrow, and there's a ton of pages that are related in that niche that are going to show up, right? And let's say, for example, in your any space, fitness, beauty, doesn't matter. You just type in fitness, and a ton of pages are going to show up. You type in beauty, if it lets me, beauty, right? Boom, right here. A ton of more pages are going to show up. So it doesn't matter what niche or industry you're in, this thing works. So let me just break down what happens and what after you do that. What you're going to do is use pictures or videos like this. Videos work great, but let's just say you are not a great videographer or whatever. You can do pictures as simple as this. I did this in freaking Canva. It looks horrible, right? So for example, this is actually for our Elation Footballs page, and actually YouTube. We have a YouTube channel as well. This is super old. This is like 2 to 3 years old. Back when I used to play soccer and when I used to play professional soccer, right? And this stuff, I was just selling a simple ebook on how to play better soccer, right? So as you can see right here, you can do this in fitness. A simple picture, the best workout program, click link in bio, right? As simple as this. The best free training program, click link in bio. The free football training program, click link in bio. And it doesn't matter, like if you're in fitness, you can do this. As you can see, it doesn't matter. It's very simple. And you can also put this on stories. Obviously on stories, you want to do a video, but if you're not good on video, you want to be behind the scenes, you can do this as well. It does not matter. So as you can see, that I remember this picture right here actually converted extremely well on our page, Elation Fitness, and we're getting hundreds of leads every single day because of this, okay? Do you want to see results? Nice image, click link in bio. Are you struggling to build muscle? Click link in bio. Do you want to build muscle fast? Click link in bio. So again, what we're doing is we're tying up the result people want to get with whatever end desire. So for example, the problem they want to solve with end desire. So do you want to build more muscle? Okay, perfect. Click link in bio in order to build more muscle. So as you can see, like simple images like this work extremely well. This is actually the image that we used to push traffic, about 2,500 leads in 24 hours for our own webinar the very first time around we did it. So as you can see, like images like this work extremely well. It doesn't matter, for example, if you're in the art niche, we did as well. Learn how to grow your Instagram, like in bio, right? We put it on our following, like 2.3 million follower page, World of Artists. That was the image that we used. You can also be a little bit funny, run a business from the toilet, click link in bio. So I was pushing obviously traffic to my own webinar in that case. If you're, for example, in the fitness niche, well, it doesn't matter, or the travel niche, my bad, free Instagram training, click link in bio. So it doesn't matter, as you can see. Obviously you don't want to use copyrighted images, and I did remember that I started using copyrighted images, so that's something I do not endorse and you don't want to do. But you can obviously use free stock images. For example, this one right here is a free stock image, and you can use this images as well, like this. In this case, for example, this image was actually taken by my cousin, who's an artist, so I was obviously able to use it. In this case, for example, it was in a webinar that started at 8 p.m. Free Instagram training today at 8 p.m. EST. Click link in bio. So people will see this picture and they already know what the link in bio is. So they know where to go, and they know the link in bio is right here. Okay. So they know that all they need to go is click this link, boom, right here, and it will take them to wherever they go. Okay. So it doesn't matter. I would just, for example, put the IG Boss link right here in my bio, and people will start clicking it all day long. Okay. For example, one of our clients, let me just show you Dan, one of our clients right here, Dan Locke. He's actually pushing traffic to his own webinar, right? Or in this case, the 4th-day training series, he actually changed it. So, for example, Kevin David, he also has a link in the bio where he's pushing traffic to a quiz funnel that leads then to a webinar. So, as you can see, like this thing works like crazy, and our clients are converting it to stuff like you have never seen. So basically what we do, let's say whether you have your own following, right, or you're using influencers, simple as that. You basically just buy promotions if you have a small following, and you push traffic with a simple image like that. Now you might be saying, oh, Josue, but I'm not a designer. How do I make those videos? Well, or pictures. Super simple. Like you're probably seeing this images, like the thumbnails for our videos, right? Super simple, right? What we do, we simply we go to canva.com, right? It's free. We go Instagram post. Simple as that. Then we go, for example, let's say we're going to design this for you, and we're going to do, let's say, let's just say we have an e-com store. Or actually, no, let's just say we're trying to get clients for our Instagram marketing agency, okay? So let's just say we're going to find a nice image. Right, perfect. Let's just use this one, right? So let's just say, let's just take this. Stop running in circles and learn to grow your Instagram following today. We're going to put right here, click link in bio. Boom. That's it. Simple as that. 30 seconds it took me. Okay. Obviously, you want to design it a little bit better if you want to play around with it, but you don't have to. And I just download it and then send this picture to the influencer to post. Like, and then the copy of the picture itself say, hey, are you tired of running in circles, trying to build your own Instagram following? go to my link in the bio and learn how to start doing it today. And basically all you need to do is send them to this landing page or your landing page, and then have your email automation sequence from ActiveCampaign or whatever email software you're using, take it on from there. And basically, again, it works on autopilot for you, which is the beauty about it, which is super, super awesome, which is why I absolutely love it, right? So as you can see, you don't need a big following. For example, you don't need to be Kevin David or me or Dan Locke to have, tens of thousands of followers. You can just simply go to Facts of Success, for example, one of the pages, use it, buy for promotion, buy a shout out, and go from there. Just to recap, start designing pictures like this. Obviously, you want to design videos work better, but if you're not, you're not good on camera or whatever, simple pictures like this will work extremely, extremely well. If you're in the fitness space, if you're in the art space, if you're in beauty, it doesn't matter. This thing works like crazy. You can start promoting basically anything that you want. If you want, I don't know, Elation Fit, like a soccer page, like you start in soccer, right? Boom, right here, right? 1.1 million. I would just reach out to them and boom, promote it there, and basically just put the link in bio. Simple as that. And obviously, I can promote it on Instagram Stories, on Instagram TV, which converts even better, right? Now, here's one final tip that I want to show you and tell you. Usually, influencers, when they give you a price, they tell you, let's say, for example, $100 for 24 hours. Let's just call it that, okay? For 24 hours. Now, the problem with this is that $100 for 24 hours is good, but Instagram, especially because this thing is a promotion, like you have to understand this is not going to convert well in terms of likes and comments. It's going to flop. And because of that, it's going to go down in the Instagram algorithm. So you have to figure out, how can I get a lot more leads with the same amount of money, with the same creative and the same ad without getting penalized by the algorithm. So this is what I've done, and this is like the little system that I created. So let's say, for example, an influencer or whoever's charging you $100 for 24 hours. What I like to do is just say, hey, okay, perfect. I would like you to take down the post 4 times, okay? So let's say, for example, every 6 hours, okay? Every 6 hours for 24 hours, you're going to take it down, and then you're going to re-upload it. And for that, I'm going to pay you $150, okay? I'm going to pay you $150. That means now that the post is basically, when you post something for the first time, it is shown in the Instagram, on the home right here at the very top, okay? It is shown at the very top of the Instagram, and then as time goes on, after the first hour or so, it goes down in the Instagram algorithm because it's not performing like it should, because it's an ad. Like, people don't like seeing ad, but it converts very well, right? So you're like, all right, perfect. So how can I figure this out? All you have to do is take the influencer, right? Every 6 hours, right? Every 6 hours, you're going to take down the post. You're going to take it down and then re-upload it. 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 And you're going to do this 4 times. For the sake of this example, let's just call it 4 times. You can do this 3 times, 2 times, it doesn't matter, right? Whatever amount of hours they give you, you break it down and you pay them a little bit more, right? And you say, hey, I would like you to take down the post and then re-upload it again. You knowing that you're going to get a lot more traffic and a lot better results. So again, $100 for 24 hours, you pay them $150 for the same amount of time, but instead you basically get 4 posts instead of 1 because it's taking it up and down, right? And you're going to get a lot more leads. For example, if $100 for 24 hours was going to get you 50 leads, right, for your business, doing this simple thing is literally going to 4x it. Literally it's going to 4x it, and you're basically, with the same amount of money or similar, you're going to get 200 leads instead of 50, okay? So again, going back to this right here, if we break down the numbers and see that with 100 leads, we're able to get, for example, 5 sales at $1,000 each. Think about it, 200 leads, that just means we doubled the amount of sales we just did by just increasing the amount of leads that are coming through, right? By paying a little bit extra, which is not a lot. So as you can see, like, this thing is powerful if you start doing it the right way. And again, you want to utilize images that convey a message, that say, hey, like, show the results, like, tell people, like, play on their, not play on their emotions, but play on sales psychology. So again, this is as simple as that. It's not complicated at all. You can start doing it today, even if you have no following whatsoever and nothing at all. Like, you can start getting leads and sales for your business today.